What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on the channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. Okay, well, we have another DAO pre-proposal, and this is actually a counter-proposal. I think it's the first of its kind. It even says in the post itself that it is the first of its kind. But what this is trying to do is sell land potions only in DEC and give these funds to the DAO, rather than burning that DEC, with the intention to essentially pair that DEC with the SPS and Hive LPs. So I'm not going to go through and read this. You can go check it out. I will let you know ahead of time that as of now, it is not currently passing. It doesn't even have enough votes to be considered valid. So I don't know if it's just the weekend. People are taking some time off, and maybe, you know, it's still relatively new. There's still like 5 days left as of the recording of this video. And so here, there's just a couple things that I wanted to call out, and then really talk more about processes in general on the entire DAO pre-proposal, because we're still very early in this, and it feels like we're learning how to crawl. We're trying to walk before we learn how to crawl, type of thing. So, you know, they're saying it's currently 60 million SPS. There are significant SPS rewards. So what they're trying to say is that this is a direct counter to a proposal that is out there already. So there's significant pushback on the idea of land potions. Many players would like there to be greater reason to spend that additional expense on land. Again, I mean, this is not addressing that issue. People, if they don't want to spend, they don't want to spend. It doesn't really matter where it's going to. If it gets burned, I believe it's helping the ecosystem, and I think many people also feel the same way. But if you're going to just pair it with stuff in the DAO, again, I want the DAO to use its funds in one way or another. But I just, you know, again, I don't really care how it happens. It doesn't look like the staking proposal is going to pass, which is actually live now as an official proposal. But ultimately, I think we do need to come together and figure out a better way. And this is something that I was talking about on the stream earlier today, or on Sunday, if you guys are if you are watching this in the future. So here's something that I wanted to address: potential issues. This is the first attempt to counter an ongoing proposal that has not come up for vote, which has untested logistical issues. So what they're trying to counter is the current land potion proposal. Now, again, we're moving on from this proposal specifically. You can choose what you want to do with it. What I'm trying to get at here is the whole pre-proposal process. I know it's like a week old, but it just seems so messy right now. There should not be, at least in my opinion, there should not be like counter proposals made to active proposals. What we should be doing is taking a look at the idea and then massaging it if needed, rather than having two conflicting ideas out there that people need to vote on. Because what happens if both of them pass? Like, oddly enough, you know, stranger things have happened. So again, it's one of the areas of issues that we're running into right now is this, like, there's no formal process. There's no formal like way to have proper discussion. And I know Discord is there, and I love Discord, but what's happening right now is because the vote is weighted, you're getting a lot of feedback. You're not getting a lot of feedback, but you're getting answers to your questions. So one of the things is that, you know, for example, not this proposal specifically, but some of the other proposals that were put out there are now being downvoted by some of the larger SPS stakeholders. And there's not a great way, or not a great forum, and Discord, again, could be it, but it's not currently. There's just not a great forum to figure out, like, what is it that we want. And we were talking earlier on the stream today, and I apologize, my memory is failing me right now, but somebody mentioned, oh, it was weird. It's not the how, it's the why. Everybody's so focused on the how that we are forgetting the why. It's not the how, it is the what. Everybody's forgetting the what when it comes down to it. And at the end of the day, the what is, what do we want to accomplish? Like, as a community, what are we trying to get? Now, I would say that the base layer idea that a lot of these proposals have been around is we want the DAO to use its funds in some way or another to help sustain itself for the long run, as well as provide value to the current game economy, right? I've thrown out a bunch of ideas well before these pre-proposals came out, such as, the DAO partnering with Nifty, the DAO providing liquidity, the DAO. I mean, now people want to stake the DAO and the SPS in the DAO and earn more that way. Again, I'm good with whatever. I'm actually very flexible, but I think people are losing sight of the fact that it's the what. We want to do something with this. And so once we can get everybody on board to at least understand that is the direction that we want to go, then the how becomes a little bit easier, in my opinion. Maybe not, right? Because everybody's got a different idea on how they want to accomplish it. But I feel like what we're running into right now, and it seems like a brick wall in many cases, is there's a lot of silent but large stakeholders that are not saying, are not like coming to the table to address the what, if that makes sense. And I'm not trying to call anybody out specifically. I'm just saying that what we're seeing is that a lot of like proposals or pre-proposals will pass or not pass or whatever the case is. It's running into some issues, and the forum just isn't there. So I'm actually really hopeful that the community committee, whatever you want to call it, that Weirdbeard is putting together can help bridge that communication gap. Because again, at the end of the day, this game is decentralized, but it is dominated very much by whales and large stakeholders in the game. Now, many of those stakeholders are also team members, but there's a lot of stakeholders that are outside the team. And I think having a place where they can come together where, and discuss those ideas regularly, or if not them, then have the committee that can reach out to them and say, hey, we got a bunch of proposals. They're all trying to do something similar, right? Maybe the logistics are a little bit different, but we want to use, for example, we want to use the funds in the DAO for something. Like, what would you get behind? And then massage that into an actual official pre-proposal, and then put it out to the community. And the rest of us, like little fish or shrimp, can go ahead and and vote our conscience and how we feel. But a lot of it just feels like we're spinning wheels or running in place right now. Again, this process is a week old, if that. So I'm not worried about it in the long run. It's just been super frustrating to see a lot of the frustration actually from other folks who are spending, right? They are spending that DEC. They're burning that DEC to try and put great ideas out there, start the conversation. And I think it's good that the conversation has been started, but I'm excited about this community come together and hopefully have open channels of communication with the larger stakeholders in the game. And here's the thing, if you want to have a larger voice, if you want to be one of those people that needs to be lobbied, that needs to be talked to and approached or whatever, well, now's your chance. Go ahead and buy some SPS. It's under 3 cents, and this is not financial advice, but obviously the more SPS you have, the larger say you have in the future of the game. So just putting two and two together there. All right. So that's all I have in this video. Just wanted to call this out in case you hadn't seen it for one reason or another. But for anybody who feels strongly about the land potions and wanting to do maybe something different with them in a way where it combines, we're not burning DEC, but we are going to lock up a good amount of DEC in the DAO and then put that out into the liquidity pools. It's not a terrible idea. I just don't know if it's the one that everybody wants to get behind. So that is all I have. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.